So in this chapter, I'm gonna kind of let you in on my relationship with Tyler Liam, which I have, and like right now we're like physically on pause, but spiritually it's like an ongoing situation. And the crazy thing is that it's like we have this like spiritual battle between us, where it's like war zone, and it's like I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to talk to you, and then it's like I miss you, and then it's like please just shut up for a minute, and then it's like imagine if we were like physically together, we would so crash because we're too much of the same person. Like when I was in Vegas, we were talking, and like he was like I was telling him my conversation, and he was like talking over me, and I was like yelling at him like don't talk while I'm talking, and it was just so cute. But at the same time it was funny because I was getting mad, and it was like when I got mad, he wasn't like one of those guys like try to like hit me or anything. He just was like he just is cool. Like he's really cool about it. That's why I like him, and that's why he's chosen to be my husband, because he understands me, and it's like you need someone who understands you. And so oh, I have to take these headphones off. Give me a second. So basically, when we chose each other, hold on. Oh yeah, I get it now. So basically, when I chose him and he chose me, so this is how the whole thing went. Like, okay, I was sitting like, okay, I want to just break into the part where we're fighting, because that's a lot more like interesting and fiery, because it's like itching for me to just say it, so I don't have to feel like I'm having like an anxiety attack. So it's like a mirror situation, and we're both like super mirrors, like the same person in two different bodies with like damn near the same personality. Not exactly the same personality because it would be just way too weird. But even our situation, like I was homeless, he was homeless, and but we both have a house. Like we both have rich dads. Both of our dads are rich. Both our moms are poor. Both of our parents are divorced, except his dad died and committed suicide, and that was how he ended up like falling off his guard, like just literally like having to be on drugs and being homeless and stuff. That's what the situation can make us like people seem, but in God's point of view, he was breaking us up from our parents' wings to bring us into each other's wings, into his wings to bring couples. Because if you can remember, like tap back into the scriptures where it says, I came to separate mother from daughter, father from. The weird thing, it doesn't say father from son, but it's true. That's what it basically means, father, and basically parents and children are supposed to be separated. So like your parents are supposed to just be people that guide you to your independence, not people that teach you to cling on to them forever and rely on them. Your parents are supposed to teach you how to run your own life. And if your parents are not teaching you that, it means they don't want you to be free, and it means they don't want you to be independent. It doesn't mean they don't love you, it just means they love you a little bit too much, and they're not thinking about you anymore. Now they're thinking about themselves and using you as a guard, as like a guide and a way to love and a way to survive, because they've given up on themselves. So watching you makes them, get off in some way, in some freaky weird way. I know that's how my mother, Martha, who I do not call my mother, because to me, the definition of a mother is not the woman that gave birth to you, but the definition of a mother is the woman that raised you and walked you through life and let you go. And the day she locked that door was the day I knew she was over it. I was done. Okay, so back to me and Tyler, because I get lost in conversation. So me and Tyler, I'm gonna call him Liam because everybody else calls him Tyler. So me and Liam, which I see right now in my third eye, our asleep in the bed, and his hair got a little blonder. So I'm not. It's the devil. He's just lying. So So remind me. So it was like a shock. Like I'm sitting in this circle, right? The Vegas circles, and I'm kind of like just new student. Okay, for us higher powers, our education is basically out in the street because it's not because we chose it, but it's because we just don't get it. Like, we have too many problems inside to deal with, like rich life. We have too many problems inside of us to deal with, to be dealing with school, basically. And we're too smart to fall for it anyway. And just not by our own power, but by the gifts of God. We're gifted, basically, meaning we need a bigger challenge rather than being prisoned in school. So like we need a bigger challenge to make it because we're gonna be bigger when we grow up in the future. So like we're beyond what the school is trying to teach us, meaning we're dominant, meaning we're ahead, meaning we're in charge by the grace of God. God is the only one in charge who puts us in charge to be in charge. But really the truth is we're here to guide people into seeing that it is not us that's really in charge, it's God. We're just tools that God is using to communicate to the people of the world. Other than that, we're higher beings that God just uses all of us for his own glory. But the relationship between me and Tyler is so crazy that I want him here, but at the same time I'm like, please don't come here if you don't know what you're gonna do. Like, I can help you, but then this is the part where I have to get down on my knees and ask God to forgive me and ask God to humble me because I have a big ego. And that's where marriages and relationships fail, is the ego. Like, our ego gets way too big and it becomes really hard for us to get along. When your ego gets in the way, you end up separating. And so the ego is hard to give up, and you need the help of God, a bigger person, not bigger ego, a humbler person to humble you. I mean, God does not have a big ego. He's very quiet about his he he presents himself in a very silent way because he knows better. Okay, guys, I'm getting really tired now of talking, so I'll get back to my. The pressure is it's coming on, so I'll just basically get back to the conversation after I finish forking and taking a deep breath. But I miss him so much. You guys, when you see him, I have a picture. You're gonna die, like no joke. He's drop dead gorgeous, and he's white. I mean, me personally, I like white guys because they're more gentle and they're more nice. And even if they don't really have an ego, I mean, they don't have an ego. They just are themselves. I don't know. It's confusing. I don't have an ego, but I do. Like, I don't have an ego, but like the more I feel like I'm having an ego, I ask God to humble me, humble me, humble me, and show me how to express myself. It doesn't mean I'm overdoing it. Okay, guys, I've already talked to myself. I'll talk to you soon. Remember, stay tuned and subscribe, okay? And don't worry about my flaws. Nobody's perfect, okay?